This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
"6:15, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Niranjan Abesundara. The President emphasizes that speaking about the environment should not be made a fashion. Minister GLP said the Geneva resolution has been presented without any justifiable basis. The Pasar Bus accident report is to be issued on Wednesday. Supreme Court rejects the motion filed by MP Ranjan Ramanayaka. In world news, experts say sharp rise in COVID-19 cases in India is alarming. Sports news, Japan may grant special entry to some foreign volunteers for the Olympics. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa emphasized that speaking about environment should not be made a fashion. Relating the Surakama Ganga program today, he said, certain people have made it a fashion to speak about environment protection by only expressing views. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa emphasized that environment protection and development must go hand in hand. Rejecting allegations leveled over the social media, the president said that he has taken steps to protect the environment. However, he said environment protection policies cannot be implemented separately while isolating development policies. The president said a livable environment is needed for the people to live in. The President recalled that when he was Defense Secretary, he and the then government took steps to ensure Colombo was a clean and beautiful city. He recalled development work undertaken in Colombo, the facility given to some parks, and other steps taken to make Colombo one of the cleanest and environment-friendly cities in the region. Mr. GLP says that the Geneva resolution has been presented without any justifiable basis. He said one of the aims is to level accusations against Sri Lanka as a military with its most humane army. The minister pointed out that none of the countries in Asia have agreed with the resolution. Director General of National Transport Commission Nilan Miranda said that he will receive the report of the committee appointed to inquire into the Pasara bus accident on Wednesday. He said the National Transport Commission has made arrangements to provide financial assistance to the victims of the accident. Meanwhile, Chairman of the Private Bus Owner Association, Governor Wijeratne, said drivers do not get a proper time to rest, as the Transport Commission has not given a timetable. He said the driver of the bus that not getting a proper rest has led to the accident. Supreme Court has rejected the motion filed by the lawyers of MP Ranjan Ramanayaka to reconsider the sentence on his contempt of court case. In January this year, Supreme Court delivered a unanimous verdict to sentence former State Minister Ranjan Ramanayaka to 4 years of rigorous imprisonment over a case of contempt of court filed over defamatory remarks made by him against the judiciary. The Secretary to the Ministry of Irrigation, Anuradha Sanayaka, said that solution to the desertification in Manna and Puttalam districts will be given through the Lower Malbata oil project. He said it will provide water to 30,000 hectares of paddy and add 3 to 5 megawatts of power to the national grid. Minister Sanayaka was speaking during a workshop held today at the Department of Irrigation in connection with the World Water Day today. He disclosed that only 35% of annual rainfall is received by the dry zone, 65% of the rainfall received by the wet zone. Therefore, he said, attention has been paid on providing solutions to the water problem in the dry zone. Taking part of the event, Director General of Irrigation, Nihal Sirivardhana, said demand for water is increasing daily. He said urbanization and industrialization have mainly contributed to the increased demand. Mr. Sirivardhana further said that the Irrigation Department has commenced a program to renovate abandoned tanks. State Minister Diru Mamadkama said the government is planning to introduce separate license for drivers of passenger transport buses to reduce the increasing number of accidents involved in passenger transport services. Accordingly, drivers will not be able to operate passenger transporting buses using their normal heavy vehicle license thereafter. It is mandatory for drivers to obtain this new license in future. State Minister said drivers will be provided with new license after subjecting them to for 2-week training. The Registrar of the Amarapura Mahanika, the Venerable Professor Palikande Ratnasarathera, said, decision about the funeral ceremony of the late Mahanayaka of Sri Lanka, Amarapura Mahanikaya, Most Venerable Agamaha Pandita Kodagadama Vasathero, will be notified later following the committee meeting on the funeral. The Most Venerable Kodagadama Vasathero passed away at the age of 88. Most Venerable Mahanayaka Thero passed away early this morning while receiving treatment at a private hospital in Colombo. He was conferred with the Agamaha Pandita title by the Myanmar government on the 2nd of March 2007. But Kodagadama Vasathero is credited with the distinction of having delivered sermons over national radio for over 50 years. His sermons have also been widely attended by audiences overseas. Venerable Kodagadama Vasa has also been a prolific author, having published more than 36 books on various subjects related to Buddhism since the 1960s. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Constructions of the first phase, with a stretch of 24.3 kilometers from Kathalua to Ingria of the Ruwanpura Expressway, has been awarded to a local construction firm. The contract was awarded today at the Ministry of Highways in Battaramulla. The construction is to be carried out in 4 phases, the first being the Kathalua-Ingria stretch. MP Sagar Karivasam said that embarrassing the government by creating a major forest destruction is done on the influence of drug racketeers. He said today that elements against the government and the president have planned to conspiracy to get drug racketeers. And that ends local news for now.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
A total of 86,759 of Sri Lanka's COVID-19 patients have recovered from the virus. As per the epidemiological unit of the Health Ministry, 2,095 of the patients are currently receiving medical treatment at hospitals across the island. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka reported a total of 354 new infections of the virus yesterday. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On to Watch Live, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board say that water supply to several areas in the Gampar district will be interrupted for 6 hours from 9 a.m. tomorrow. This is due to urgent electrical repairs to the Sabukasanda grid substation. Accordingly, water supply to Paliagoda, Wattala, Jayala, Katanayaka and Sidu urban house areas, Karaniya, Wattala, Biyagama, Mahara, Dompe, Jayal Palse Sabha areas and a section of the Gampar Palse Sabha area will be suspended. That came to in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Experts say the sharp rise in COVID-19 cases in India is alarming. US trial of AstraZeneca jab confirms safety. China begins espionage trial behind closed doors. India recorded 26,000 fresh coronavirus cases last week, one of the most weekly increases since the pandemic began early last year. The western state of Maharashtra accounts for nearly 70% of the national caseload. Experts say the poor adherence to safety protocols is driving the surge. Some say new variants could also be the reason, but it isn't established yet. India has so far recorded more than 11 million cases of 100,000 deaths. Results from long-awaited U.S. trial of AstraZeneca COVID vaccine are out and confirm the shot is both safe and highly effective. 130,000 volunteers took part mostly in America but also in Chile and Peru. The vaccine was 100% effective against stopping symptomatic COVID disease and 100% effective at preventing people from falling seriously ill. And there were no safety issues regarding blood clots. The trial of a second Canadian citizen accused of espionage in China has begun in Beijing. Michael Kovrick's case is being heard after Michael Spavor went on trial for the same charges on Friday. They were arrested 2 years ago, days after Canada detained the daughter of the founder of telecom giant Huawei on request of the U.S. Today's trial is being held behind closed doors and no immediate verdict is expected. Back to the headlines of the world news. Experts say sharp rise in COVID-19 cases in India is alarming. U.S. trial and AstraZeneca jab confirms safety. China begins espionage trial behind closed doors. That was world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
State Minister Nimal Lanza said the government will continue developing the country despite allegations, the pandemic and challenges. He was addressing the gathering after inaugurating the carpeting of the 2.40-kilometre Harpi Dimokostan Road in the Bandar electorate in the Badra district recently at a cost of 26 million rupees. He said trees will be planted at every development place. He added 2 million plants will be planted on either side of the roads. That is Development News.
Development News was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
Sports news. Olympics. Japanese media say today Japan decided to bar international spectators from the Tokyo Olympics, but is considering granting special entry and permission to some 500 foreign volunteers. Volunteers are the unsung backbone of any Olympics, and more than 110,000 people have put their lives on hold waiting for a word from the Olympic organizers about their roles this summer. Football news. Luis Suarez scored his 500th career goal to give La Liga leaders Atletico Madrid victory over Alaves. Uruguay forward reached the milestone by heading home Kieran Trippier's cross in the second half. It was his 19th goal for Atleti, while 34-year-old has also scored 198 goals for Barcelona, 82 for Liverpool and 63 for Uruguay. Rugby news. Australian Rugby League player Jared Hayne has been found guilty of sexually assaulting a woman in 2018. The 33-year-old former athlete had denied charges. He attacked a woman in her house. Hayne was one of the sport's most high-profile athletes, and his conviction comes amid intensifying debate about rape in Australia. That was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Informatics Institute of Technology held a 26th convocation recently where over 350 students received their University of Westminster United Kingdom degrees. For the first time, students of cybersecurity and forensics, as well as students of fashion business management graduated. Chairman of the Informatics Group of Company, Dr. Gamini Vikramasinghe, said that one of the main unique features of IIT is the diversity of university life offered to students where academic study is intermixed with independent learning and extracurricular activities. That was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of
Just move on real time, save more, LOLC real time. Paying the premium for transactions, simply save now real time. Day night, no trouble for your transactions. LOLC real time. Download LOLC Finance real time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and more benefits.
The Colombo Stock Exchange, in association with the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka, recently engaged the family business community in Sri Lanka through the inaugural Issuer Forum of 2021, hosted on the theme Founder to the Family, Leveraging Going Public in Colombo. The event was organized to highlight how a family business can take advantage of going public while ensuring the family retains control and continues to guide the vision of the business and to address the misconceptions regarding the listing which deter businesses from exploring an initial public offering. That is economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Met Department says showers and thundershower will occur at several places in Sabaragamu, western and northwestern provinces and in Kandy, Gaurmatra districts during the evening or night. Fairly heavy falls over 70 millimeters can be expected in some places in these areas. So spells of showers may occur in the U and eastern provinces and in Hamad, Nureli and Metropolitan districts as well. That was the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
And back to the headlines of the news, the President emphasized that speaking about the environment should not be made a fashion. Mr. Gilperi said Geneva resolution has been presented without any justifiable basis. The Pasara bus accident report is to be issued on Wednesday. Supreme Court rejects motion filed by MP Ranjan Ramanayaka. In world news, experts say sharp rise in COVID-19 cases in India is alarming. Sports news, Japan may grant special entry to some foreign volunteers for the Olympics. That ends the news, and back to your friend and mine, Chalma Vidakon, this Monday evening to keep you entertained. Back to you, Chandima.